The Lions were too good for the Hawks, but Hawthorn is still finals bound. Let's get into it. It's ET back with another video, and look, yes, the Lions probably should have won by about 10 goals, but the inaccuracy kept the game exciting most of the way through. It was probably one of the most hot and contested games I've seen in a long time. The footy was just pinging up and down, back and forward, and it was really fun to watch. But the Lions, yes, when they got going, they just looked way too good for the Hawks, but for the most part, Hawthorn were in the contest. Yes, the Lions were clearly the better team for most of the night, but the thing is with Hawthorn, right, too many times we just overhandballed it instead of kicking long to the forwards. In the first 5 to 10 minutes of the third quarter, Hawthorn overhandballed it and turned it over probably 4 or 5 times, and it led to 2 goals and 3 more points, and yeah, it's just not going to cut it in the finals. Yes, we're finals bound, and we're probably going to win the first week just the way we're going, but that was really appalling. Like, go back and look at the first 5 to 10 minutes of that third quarter. We should have been blown out by about 6 or 7 more goals. But you would rather make all these mistakes in the last week of the season rather than the first week of finals to get knocked out in an elimination, because now we can improve on that, and instead of overhandballing it, I've said this multiple times throughout the season, we have Deer back now, Chol can take a contested mark, so instead of overhandballing it, turn it over, goes back down the other end. We just need to kick it long to full forward basically, and that will definitely improve. Also, the midfield, it's just not cutting it. Like, you look at the numbers for the Brisbane Lions players, they all had more touches than Hawthorn's leading disposal getter in the midfield, which is Newcombe. Amon had a great game. We'll go into that in a second, but yeah, we really need to make some improvements. So easily, Hawthorn's best on was Amon with 34. He also had 16 in the third quarter, which I'm assuming that's a career high, because that was ridiculous. Yes, he took a fair few kickouts, but still, 34 of half-back is insane. Easily our best on ground. I think easily the second best for the Hawks is Ginnivan. 23, 2 goals, 1, and 8 score involvements, and he's just killing it so far as a half forward. He's sort of taken over Dylan Moore's role that he played last season as that high half forward. He's a great link-up player. He just gets to the right spots and makes the correct decision almost every time now. And I think Sam Mitchell said on one of Kane Corns' radio shows that his last 15 or so games, he's in All-Australian contention. Obviously not for the whole season because he had a pretty bad start, but I think the last 15 or so games, he's averaging 21 to 22 touches and a goal and a half a game, which is a big sample size. So yeah, he's absolutely killing it. I would not be surprised if he snuck into the top 5 of the best and fairest. Meek, 15 touches, a goal, 8 score involvements, 31 hit-outs, one of our best as always. He's been so consistent. He's also going to be top 5 in the BNF in my opinion. And yeah, he's just super consistent every week, and without him, we wouldn't be the team we are. So yeah, well done. Now, we're officially in finals, but the question is, do we verse Fremantle in Perth or do we verse the Giants in Sydney? We're not going to know until after the Gold Coast game, because Gold Coast could sneak into 8th, but if they smash Essendon, they're most likely going to go to 7th, and Hawthorn will fall to 8th, which means we have the Giants. So we're not going to know until Wednesday night, but yeah, either way, I'd probably prefer to play the Giants, to be honest, simply because we have a better record against them. And Freo in Perth, look, we almost beat them. Like, I think we won 3 of the 4 quarters last time we played over there. It's just that one quarter, I think we only scored about 2 points. So yeah, both are absolutely beatable if we rock up and we have a good game. But yeah, who would you rather verse? Comment down below, let me know. I'm very curious, because you don't really want to verse either of them, but you'd rather verse maybe the Giants. I don't know. Let me know. Now, some massive selection questions are going to be asked in the next coming weeks. Morrison, I'm assuming he's an absolute lock to come back in. He's been so solid all year. I think he's averaging about 18 touches and 20 over the course of maybe 10 to 12 games. So, yeah, I think he's a definite in. The next in would be Cam Mackenzie. Now, look, he's probably not up to par right now, but we need another on board. We're just simply not cutting it at the moment. Warple, Nash, Ward. Ward's been super consistent all year, but Warple and Nash, they're not up to par right now. If they don't step up their game, yeah, they're probably not dropped, but Mackenzie's got to come in to help. Even if it's just fresh legs in the last quarter, just to boost the midfield, I think he's a must at the moment. And then everyone's favourite player, Josh Weddle. We don't know what's happening with him right now. I'm going to let you guys know as soon as I find out about the update and what's the potential game plan and what's going to happen. But yeah, I think he might be good for the elimination final. Apparently he's going to have a run at Box Hill their next game. But yeah, we're not going to know until it happens. But yeah, imagine Weddle, Morrison and potentially Mackenzie coming back into this side. You'll take out Bruce, CJ, and honestly, I think Mitch Lewis. He's just, yeah, obviously he's coming back from injury and he's not going to be 100%. He's going to take some time. But yeah, with the 3 tools already, I think he's just going to be the unlucky one that misses out, which sort of makes sense. He only had 1 touch in 1 half against the Lions, and the goal he kicked, he probably shouldn't have got, because that was a terrible decision by the umpire. So, yeah, unfortunately, Mitch misses out. But what are your thoughts and opinions? Comment down below, let me know. I'm very curious. And also, I'm in the process of making a little finals preview video, and also the prediction of Hawthorn's top 5 to 10 in the best and fairest. So, whichever one you want to see first, comment down below, let me know.